Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing Irelia! Irelia is played by Dark Terror, and we are going to probably go top lane, because that's where she belongs. We have a jungler on both teams, so we should be really happy here. So starting off with boots and potions, which is obviously the best choice for Irelia, well, best choice for most champions. So for junglers, most junglers can start off with, can better start off with something else. But I guess that all depends on how you play, how often you play a champion, what runes you have, things like that. So boots and potions on Cho'Gath too, on everyone in fact, except for the jungler as I said, and of course the support. Because the support needs them side wards. So if you want to go boots and side wards, that is really not going to pay off. Because that really doesn't work. Then you get one potion, one side ward and boots. And normally you don't want to go back after like 3 minutes when the side ward time's out. And if you get the 3 that people normally get, you at least get 10 minutes. And that would normally make up for, get you your first gold item. And obviously, if you spread out towards a little bit better, so if you wait for it a little bit more, then you're going to get even longer to do all of that. So you're going to use those wards for an even longer period of time, since the enemy doesn't know when your wards time out. And yeah, as long as they don't know, you can use them pretty well. So, Irelia starting off with her Q here, the Blade Surge. It does quite a bit of damage to the minions, and if you get the last hit with it, which shouldn't be too hard to do, as you can see nice range on that. Yeah, you dash to the minion, but that's not really important. What's important is you get back the cooldown on it. So you get to stay out of harm's way, and then once you're ready to take that last hit, you just dash in and run back out. Or like he did just there, a little bit earlier, you dash to a farther minion first and then dash back to a front minion. The problem is if you miss, then you have a 14-second cooldown. So if you miss the last hit, then and you get mana back for it. It refunds 35 mana out of the 60, so it's over half. And all in all, that is a good deal. Of course, it is a nice farming tool. It allows you to farm pretty well, and it allows you to farm even against opponents that you shouldn't be able to farm against. But yeah, just because you can dash to a minion means that you're only going to take half the damage. And yeah, doing a good job so far. I think this is pretty much perfect. I haven't seen him lose one minion yet that he was supposed to get. Maybe he missed one earlier to the jungle when he helped out the jungler. But yeah, from the ones that he actually should have gotten, I think he missed none. And of course, versus the turret, that is a whole different story. That is pretty hard to do, and yeah, getting damaged a little bit by Fiora here, but Fiora taking a tower shot, so kind of coming out even on that trade. And Fiora is using her potions. He should really start using his potions as well. Has 2 potions remaining and really needs to use those. Okay, that's the first one he missed that he should have gotten. And there you go, first blood in mid. Cho'Gath mid lane, not a really good choice in the first place. And yeah, I'm assuming this is a normal game and mostly a blind pick game, I would say. I mean most games are blind pick games, because it's just such a tedious process, all of the bans and picks. But yeah, well, whatever, I don't care. But that means that you don't know who you're up against, and Cho'Gath versus Mordekaiser, yeah, that is not going to end well for Cho'Gath. Because Mordekaiser has way more sustain. They both are melee champions. And that means that both of them, well, can hit each other when the other one is farming. Or trying to get a last hit. But yeah, Mordekaiser is just a lot better at doing that. Mordekaiser trades better because he gets a shield for every hit he does. Or every skill he uses. And that means that he's going to dominate his lane. Or I'm thinking that. I mean, I don't know obviously, but seeing that Cho'Gath is already low again. He does have one Doran's Ring now. But, oh, Mordekaiser is low as well. And actually getting quite a bit of damage done there. But yeah, as I said, the shield will rescue the Mordekaiser. And our jungler is coming in. Yeah, so nothing is going to happen here. We're just going to go back to top lane. So top lane, yeah, it's kind of a farm fest here. There's not a whole lot happening because both of them know that they can, well, can win the fight, but they can also lose the fight depending on a little bit of luck. Of course, whether the jungler is there or not. And we know that our jungler isn't here. I mean, our jungler is over here at the red buff, well, behind the red buff. And that means that Irelia is not going to overextend here. She knows that there's really no way she can die if she stays back, and she knows that the important thing is to just farm it up. So the new minion wave comes in, and yeah, going to pick up this last minion. So let's see how we're doing. We are currently at 52 minions, which is by far the highest in the team, and the enemy is at 43, which is equal to 2 others in her team, and that means that this team, so the enemy team, definitely ahead. Unfortunately, we cannot see the actual scores. For that we would need the spectator mode, which was unfortunately not enabled here. So for those of you who still don't know, spectator mode is a new add-on to the LoL replay software. You can turn it on by going to the options, which is in the top right, the little gear icon, and there's an option there that says spectator mode enabled or something like that. You just put an X in the box and it should enable the spectator mode replays. Please check it on the first game you play, because I get a lot of games sent to me where people say there's spectator mode on, but then they didn't turn it on. And I can accept that for now, but it is, yeah, it is just a lot more useful for now, or for the future, to well, to have that on for me, because I can make a lot better videos with that on, because I can actually see the enemies coming and I can watch this fight in the bottom lane, where now I really cannot see anything happening. You couldn't even see what was going on. So lots of damage going on by both of them, and oh, this is going to be a trade, I think. No, the ignite was already timed out, unfortunately, and yeah, the exhaust was just too strong. The exhaust, yeah, obviously ruining the chances of winning that fight. And I was hoping that she still had her ignite, or she just put her ignite on, but nope, not so much. And Fiora is gaining back quite a bit of health there. I wonder why. Does she have a skill that actually gives her lifesteal or something like that? Never really paid attention to Fiora. I think she's kind of a crappy champion. And of course people will now start writing in the comments that she is not a crappy champion at all. She is in fact the most OP champion that this game can provide. Except for Darius. Who is of course not OP, for those of you who think that he's not OP. Yeah, he is. He's completely ridiculous. And that's why they're nerfing him. Yeah, they're nerfing him, but I don't think he's going to get nerfed enough, because the changes they said we're going to have to do it, they're not really big changes, and yeah, he is really super duper OP, man. He gets kills when he shouldn't get kills, and even with his ultimate. And yeah, his skill package is like Graves, much too strong. And they're going to nerf Graves as well, but I guess they will never learn. They need someone who can actually calculate these things instead of just doing random stuff to them. And then every time you have either an OP or an overpowered or an underpowered champion. And yeah, that is just no good. You need to... Oh yeah, that was not good. But yeah, it's not that hard to balance champions. I mean, there are a lot of variables to take into account, but it is very doable. It is definitely not impossible. And it's just that they need someone who actually understands that. So the stun going off, and is she going to get out? Yeah, no problem. But it seems that Irelia is a little bit behind on this Fiora. Well, Fiora has a little bit of more offensive items, 2 Doran's blades, where the Wriggle's lantern, yeah, it provides some offense, but not a whole lot. It is not as good offensively. Plus the level 2 boots on her enemy makes that the stun really doesn't work. And well, it does work, but it doesn't work that well anymore. So Fiora taking 1 or 2 tower shots there, but then running out before the next one can hit her. And we're just farming on, so not a whole lot happening this early game. But 95 minions now. So 95 against 81. But yeah, if we look at the bottom lane, for example, 90 minions here, 93 in fact, versus 47. Plus this, so 51. And then the mid lane, 73 versus 60. So he is indeed, or not indeed, he is actually winning that mid lane. But the number of minions is still too low. I have no idea how he's winning that, by the way. I really have no idea. Alistar, 26 minions in the jungle. That is not a lot. 37 for Nautilus. Also not a lot, but at least 10%, or well, no, 50% more. Doesn't mean he has 50% more gold, because yeah, that just happened. Stealing the blue buff. At least I think he stole the blue buff. They also just... No, it was already taken. And yeah, Irelia back in the base. So we're just going to chill in this lane or this lane until that until she actually gets back in her lane. And we have to see the mortar build apparently. So Mordekaiser is going for the needlessly large rod, which is a horrible first item on him, because you want to not have just the what's it called, the shield. You want to have the spell vamp as well, and that's why you go like an AP spellvamp build. So you go Hextech Revolver into Will of the Ancients, and then Boots level 2 in between there somewhere. And boots can vary from team composition to team composition. So whether you should get the sorcerer shoes, which add extra damage, or you should get the what's it called, Mercury Strats to prevent some extra damage. It's yeah, it's all up to you. And no, it's up to the lane, in fact. And if you look on sites such as MOBA Fire, because yeah, that's where a lot of people get their builds from. Like they would go to MOBA Fire and just look what people write, and then yeah, everyone will say, yeah, you have to go Sorcerer's Shoes because that does the most damage. But if you're up against a caster with a lot of stuns, then you would definitely be better off with Mercury Strats. And especially if the rest of the team has stuns as well. Because that extra bit of damage does not make up for the fact that you will die easier. And watch it, because the exhaust will be back up. And we don't want to lose another fight. So she does quite a bit of damage there. And actually, Irelia are now ahead, but completely out of mana. Needs to make sure that she stays alive. And there goes the Fiora ult, which didn't really do anything, but nice flash into basic attack, lands the last hit, and yeah, going to 1-1. So not pushing the lane into the turrets would have definitely been well, a nice thing to do, because now this Alistar is going to be able to pick up all of the minions. That is of course not what you want. So nice gank from Nautilus, and Nautilus having a Cho'Gath sent on him. Go, fetch, Cho'Gath. Fetch the bad guy. Yeah, the Cho'Gath is going to get killed by the turret here. And yeah, this turret is gone. So even though Mordekaiser was completely losing that lane, he still killed the Cho'Gath, and he still killed the turret. And once again, Nautilus coming back in. There was no reason for him to do that. He came back in and he almost died. And I really seriously don't understand why he turned around and yeah, why people do this? Why people always turn around to get in the kill? I mean, I know they see the pros do that, but the pros know what they're doing. And apparently these guys do it because it seems like the way to go. I don't understand, but... So getting some last hits with the Q. The Q is probably maxed by now. Nope, level 4. Level 5 on Heightened Strike. And then 1 Equilibrium Strike. That's the stun, right? Yeah. Come on! Get her! Yeah, that's not gonna work, yeah, Fiora. So, yeah, this is the stun. This is the true damage. And... yeah, the extra heal, and of course the extra heal is what sustains her in lane, and it's also why you build such tanky things on her, because if every attack gives you back 26 health, because well, normally it gives back 13, but it doubles once you activate it. Yeah, you can see how that is well, very nice to have. So the true damage is already very nice because it's not affected by anything you do, and it deals probably more damage than anything else. So even than your 165 regular damage. So it's a nice thing to have. And then the stun, yeah, it's only a stun if the health percentage is higher than Irelia's. So it's kind of a conditional stun. And that's why she only has 1 level in that. Because it's yeah, you can use it sometimes, but not all the time. Definitely not all the time. And the Blade Surge is normally the skill to max. Well, one of the skills to max, I guess. Because the Blade Surge helps you last hit, and it depends, of course, on the enemy you're going up against. So yeah, oh, triple kill for Mordekaiser. And oh yeah, getting that last hit. So getting the red buff, and now needs to chase this dude. Come on, get him. So the Q being used here, and all of the skills being used here, and she is going to take it down. Nicely done. And by now, as you can hear, Rampage. So by now she's so far ahead that there really is no way to lose her lane anymore. And no, of course we're not going to surrender. Is Ashe really doing that badly? 1 and 2, who cares? Cho'Gath is 2 and 4, but he has 145 minions, which is a lot more than Mordekaiser. That makes up easily for that amount of kills. I mean, yeah, so he's 2 and 4, but he has what's that? 60 minions more, and 60 minions are 4 kills. So compared to the yeah, he has 6 kills compared to the Mordekaiser, who also has 6 kills. So they're equal. Only Mordekaiser has no sustain. I mean, he only has his shield build up, and the shield build up is not that great. It is yeah, it's nerfed. It has been nerfed a couple of times, and yeah, you need the spell vamp to actually, yeah, well, make the sustain work. And here you go, you get to see a team fight without the spectator mode, and that's why we want spectator mode. Yeah, because we had no idea what was going on there, so I can't comment on that. And obviously someone died. I don't even know, yeah, I have to remember in these cases which champion is on which team, and then yeah, we have to guess on the skills they use, because most of the particles will not show up. And yeah, all in all, that's just not a good thing to have. So is she going to be able to do something here? Oh, Ashe! There was no turret anymore. And no, should have ran the other way, because Blitzcrank was coming in. And no, they're going to be fine. They're going to, in fact, go back into the lane, it seems. So yeah, Irelia are going to pick up these minions then. Although she needs to head top at some point. And that's where she's going now. So going top. Picking up 1 minion there. But yeah, dashing forward because of that and not getting the cooldown on that. But this is really risky for the tower. Of course, she is too late to save that, I think. Oh, the Ashe arrow coming in, that would actually make that a different story. And Nautilus coming in. Nautilus should be able to keep her in place for a little bit. And come on, grab her, yep, and there we go. So, not worth a whole lot of gold anymore, but still, the fact that she died means that they can now push this top lane. And with that top lane pushed, they should be able to, well, go into this jungle. Yeah, the red buff is not up. Because, yeah, she left 2 minions there when she was trying to chase Fiora. Well, no, actually successfully chase Fiora. And there goes Mordekaiser. That's why you go spell vamp on him. Excellent ultimate from Nautilus. Without that, it would have been a difficult kill, but now not so much. Going to tower dive against him, of course. Yeah, that was kind of obvious. They don't really care about taking a little bit of extra damage. And Fiora didn't feed at all. She just got outplayed. But that is so... yeah, so different. I mean, the Nautilus came in to gank twice, and after that it was pretty much done for her. Because after that she can only win if her jungler comes out to help her. And Fiora is going for the red? No, just they know it's not up. Is he really building Soul Stealer? Really seriously? Oh no no no. He's just building his own stacks. His feast stacks. But yeah, he only has 3, so that's not really good. So we have a ward over here, that's fine. And we have a ward over here, that's also good. The enemy put down a ward at Dragon as well. And yeah, we're going bottom lane to snipe this mortar. No? Going for the Alistar, also not so much. Yeah, they need to put a pink ward at Dragon if they want to take it safely. Or they can... yeah, they can just do it when they have an advantage in the game, but... oh my god, that was so bad. Yeah, so Blitzcrank completely overextending and then getting nuked by this enemy team. But Irelia is there to save the day together with Nautilus. And look at that Mordekaiser melting. Normally we see Mordekaiser in the middle of the lane just taking the damage and having no problems at all with whatever. And now he just melts. So unfortunately Irelia left the team fight to these other guys and are not going to manage to do anything. Yeah, so Graves gets a triple kill here. And that was definitely Irelia's fault. Sorry to tell you that, but you shouldn't have left. And Mordekaiser is going to die here. Fiora is going to die. Come on. There goes Mordekaiser. Oh, yeah, she took a tower shot. And the Fiora, of course, untargetable while she uses her ultimate. So that's not the best you can have. So anyhow, we're going back to the mid lane here to watch how this Blitzcrank pulls off his amazing last hits. He is up to 20. You can see how that is super OP. Okay, we're back up. And we're going to run back in lane very, very quickly. So, yeah, well, whatever. The Wriggles ward is up. She has the Frozen Mallets and Last Whisper. No, that's not Last Whisper, it's Wit's End. And all in all, she should be doing okay-ish here in the next fight. Because with that slow and with that Wit's End, she should be tanky enough to deal with everything. Oh, come on. Get them all. Don't get the Tarek, get the Graves. There we go. Now the Alistar dies with his oracles, by the way. So that is already a big, big win. And just getting another kill there. And yeah, this guy coming in. And she's going to die. No! No! Oh, the Fiora's ultimate is so annoying. Because you can't target her while she's doing it. That makes it kind of stupid to deal with. She has nothing. She doesn't even have a big item completed yet. Where Irelia already has 2 big items completed. The Frozen Mallet and the Wit's End. Well, Wit's End is not a really big item, I guess. It's like 2000 gold, something like that. So it's not really super big deal. Anyhow, yeah, they focused the Graves correctly, and then the Alistar, after his ultimate died, because he had an Oracles on him, and then they should have backed off. But they went in anyway, and yeah, they did get a turret out of that, but yeah, they could have gotten that turret without tower diving everyone. So yeah, Baron is here, or Baron is still up for grabs, and yeah, the ward gets spotted immediately. I think they just put that down. Not sure though, but it immediately showed up, and normally it shows up like this with an Oracles, but I'm not sure how the replay system actually depicts that. Whether it shows you this kind of a ward, so the see-through ward, or the actual ward when it just plays down, because it stays like well, visible for like 1 second, something like that. I think it's 1 second. So 2 Oracles on this team. That should be enough. And yeah, Cho'Gath now at 6 stacks with the Oracles, and yeah, some pretty tanky items, so he should be doing okay. Oh, Mordekaiser, yeah, and there you can see it. He is just, yeah, completely squishy. So Graves gets grabbed out of the team fight, excellently done by Blitzcrank. And that means that they can actually get the kills here without the interference of Graves. And Graves is still not in this team fight. And oh, Mordekaiser using his ultimate. And unfortunately, Irelia loses her Oracles there. And wow, Cho'Gath losing his Oracles as well. And that's why you don't go 2 Oracles, because if you then lose a team fight, you lose both of them. So Mordekaiser is still at low health. He got a little bit lucky there that he didn't get sniped. But yeah, Irelia was the only one going in against 3 enemies, and the rest of the team, well, except for Ashe because she was never in the team fight. But the rest of the team was just hammering down on Graves and still didn't get him. So that's pretty amazing. Seeing how Graves is the carry on the enemy team, they should be able to take him out easily because he has no defense. He has a Madras Razor. I don't know why, but he has a Madras Razor which helps him with a little bit of armor. And then he has his innate ability, which is retarded, to be honest, for an AD carry. I mean, you shouldn't get bonus armor magic resist for anything on an AD carry. Or on any carry, really. They should be squishy. They should have to pay for the fact that they built, well, that they are carries. I would really like to see them, or I would rather really want to make a pro edition of League of Legends where all of the carries are squishy and all of the items are either offensive or defensive, and not none of these stupid things like yeah, spell vamp and lifesteal and things that are defensive when they shouldn't be defensive. Because that's the way it should be. The game shouldn't be about tanky DPSers. Anyhow, enough on that. It's just something that really annoys me, because these the Graves got caught completely and he didn't even die. And to me that is yeah, that is a mistake. I mean, he should have died. And nobody got caught there. Wow. So yeah, they have Blitzcrank and Nautilus. They should be able to grab someone. And yes, I know there's a little bit of lag going on, but I'm hoping that it will resolve itself. And apparently it didn't. So we're going to wait for a little bit. Yeah, this is when my Fraps has to catch up with my video card or something like that. I don't know why it does that, but it does it, and there's nothing I can do about it. And come on, give me the FPS. Oh man, it's at 1. Yeah, we're just going to run the game and hopefully it will catch up in time. No, it won't. So I'm going to have to restart this, I guess, unless it recovers within the next few seconds. And there we go. So at least we do get to see this team fight now. And wow, using your ultimate and using an hourglass, that is such a waste of your resources. And yeah, trading. Well, by the way, why does he have that? Oh, he was a jungler, right? Oh man, Fiora doing so much damage now. She's unstoppable. And it seems that Irelia, who got sniped in the really early stages of this team fight, is now, yeah, kind of losing to this enemy to this enemy team. And yeah, Fiora is just going to take down this Baron on her own. She has plenty of lifesteal by now. Oh no, not that much, actually. So Ashe manages to shoot her arrow in between everyone, which is pretty impressive. And oh wow, he grabbed it. He actually stole that. And is he going to get out? That is the big question. Because he does have a shield, he does have a slow, but no, the stun into, well, Mordekaiser coming in from the side was too good, and he actually grabbed that, man. That is so good. And there, it is a shame that we didn't have the complete vision, the spectator mode, because I would have liked to see that in color, but unfortunately we only saw it in black and white. And that's why we couldn't really see what was happening. But he did grab it. So, large minion wave here for Irelia. Just going to ult that and yeah, pick off the last few minions with the Q and the basic attacks. So yeah, that was a shame that we didn't get to see that properly. But an excellent steal on Nautilus, and that is going to put them over the top, I guess, because the only one they need to kill now is Fiora, because this guy, yeah, he hasn't been doing a whole lot, I guess. He has been getting a lot of kills, but oh, he does have a large amount of farm. Yeah, well, matters Blood Razor. Yeah. It's only good against Cho'Gath if Cho'Gath doesn't build anything, and he doesn't. He has no magic resist. He has 30 magic resist, so it gives Graves about equal numbers on physical damage and magic damage, which is excellent against Cho'Gath, but not against the rest. And yeah, he dies really quickly. Of course, he would have done a lot better with that last item being a Guardian Angel. Because if he bought a Guardian Angel instead of the Blood Razor, that would be awesome. So who did they grab? Oh, Tarek. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Whoever gets grabbed should be killed, and it's as easy as that. Getting the hourglass. Yeah, nobody cares about the hourglass, dude. So Irelia finally coming in on her, into her own, finally getting the damage done, and yeah, 12 and 5 now. Yeah, it's last two team fights she was killed pretty early on. That's because she doesn't really have that much HP and that much armor, magic resist. Oh, the armor is pretty good, by the way, but the magic resist is kind of lacking. And the HP, yeah, that's alright, but not the best. So trading Ashe for Fiora, that's definitely a good trade. Because Fiora is 8 and 6 and Ashe is 1 and 6. So yeah, I will take that trade. And bye bye Mordekaiser with your 0 sustain. I'm assuming he still has 0 sustain. Yep, still nothing. And come on, grab the graves. Grab the graves. No, we're going to back out against 2 enemies. Really? Okay. I guess this guy was really low. 300 hit points. Why not grab the last one? The most expensive one. I always wonder when I see when I'm playing and in my jungle there's like one big raid left. I always wonder how that happens, but this is how that happens. So Irelia, by the way, has the wrong boots here, or rather normally. I don't know for this team though. Well, they do have a couple of stuns, so no, it's okay. Although it is magic damage, physical, no damage at all. Yeah, it's kind of more. But if you get the Mercury strats on her, that combines really well with this, because it gives you 75% reduced stuns and slows and taunts and fears and snares and roots. So all of the crowd control effects. Since the enemy team doesn't have that many, well, I guess this guy, yeah, he has a slow now as well. So it's still worth it. And yeah, the Mercury strats, obviously they give you reduced damage. So that is definitely a good thing to have. But yeah, well, the Mercury strats just better in my opinion. Plus it would give her a little bit more balance between the magic resist and the armor. Nautilus a little bit too eager, running in there, taking 2 tower shots, but you can hardly see it with his HP. That's not him. This one. He has 3300 HP. Okay, we have more here, but obviously we have been fed a little bit with 14 kills, 15 kills. Man, Irelia is so strong. 16 kills. Going to grab a turret and an inhibitor, and that makes 2. And I should just push in to this to these Nexus turrets. Grab the Mordekaiser. Yep, there we go. Blitzcrank needs to back out because he's being focused by the turrets. Okay, or just destroy the turret. That works as well. And yep, oh, almost grabbing the Fiora, but it didn't work. And oh, she's in the middle of everyone. 17 kills then. So yeah, Irelia definitely playing an awesome late game. It's unfortunate they lost those 2 team fights, and yeah, it was definitely a good game. So I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. GG.